Hi everyone, welcome to Skill Questers Hub. In this video, we will explore IPython Magic Commands in Jupyter Notebook. The IPython Magic Commands are special built-in commands that provide additional functionality beyond the normal Python commands. So Magic Commands start with single % or double %. So first let us explore the magic command %colors. So %colors is a magic command that changes the color scheme used by IPython or Jupyter Notebook. So the color scheme improves readability of prompts, errors, and syntax highlighting. The common color schemes are Linux, neutral, NoColor. So the change in the color scheme only affects the current interactive session. Okay, so let's check the default color scheme for this notebook session. So for that, the command is %config, which is the config magic command, and ZMQInteractiveShell.colors. So this command will give you the default color scheme for this notebook session. So let's run it. So it is neutral. Now let's change the color scheme to no color. So before doing that, let's see what the neutral color scheme is. So the color scheme current is neutral and it is the default. So now I'm running this code 1/0. So 1 divided by 0. So this will give an exception. Let me run it. I'm pressing Shift Enter to run. Okay, so here it gives the exception, zero division error, and we can see the color scheme for this. So the error is in red and the line is in green. So this is the color scheme, okay, for the color neutral. So now let's change the color scheme from neutral to no color. So for that, we need to run the command %colors no color. So let's run this. Okay, so now it's changed to no color. Let's run the color config and check if it is changed from neutral to no color. So let's run this. We get the value no color. So it is changed from neutral to no color. Now let's run the line of code which throws the exception 1/0 again. Okay. So now you can see that the color scheme is changed. Since it's no color, the error is changed to white. Okay. So which is default. So we can use this command %colors to change the color scheme. Okay. Okay, so this is how we can use the magic command %colors to change the color scheme. Next, let's explore the command %xmode. So %xmode is a magic command which controls the level of detail shown in exception tracebacks. Okay, so this is useful for debugging errors. We get the error detail, we get the exception details in a more detailed format. So let's see how this works. We have 3 modes for this: plain, context, and verbose. So verbose is a more detailed traceback of the exception. So let's first check what is the default X mode that is set in a notebook. So for that, this is the command. So from IPython module, we are importing get IPython and we are calling get IPython interactive DB mode. Okay, so let's run this by pressing Shift Enter. So here we get the xmode context. So now let's see how the context xmode exception is shown. So let's run this code which will give an exception a equal to 1, b equal to 0, c equal to a by b, which will give the zero division error because we are dividing 1 by 0. Okay, so let's run this. So we get the zero division error. We get the exception. So now I'm changing the X mode to verbose. So to change it, we need to run the command %xmode verbose. Okay, so let's run this. So before that, let's also run the traceback IPython magic command. So %tb. So this will give the exception of the most recent exception that was thrown. which is this line of code. So it is the same exception detail that is displayed. The both are same because the xmode is context. Okay. So now let's change the xmode to verbose. Let me run this command %xmode verbose. So now the exception reporting mode is changed to verbose. Now let's run the code which had the exception. So if I run this, okay, we can see that there are more details which are displayed in the exception. Okay, along with the exception details, the name of the exception and the line which throws the exception, we also have the variable values that is displayed here. Okay, so this is because we have changed the xmode to verbose. So now it displays the exception in more detailed format. Let's also check the %tb, which is the traceback magic command. So if you run this, this also gives the variable values. Okay, so this is how we can use the IPython magic command %xmode to change the level of details shown in the exception tracebacks. Okay, next let's explore the magic command %pip. So %pip is a IPython magic command which installs Python packages directly from a notebook. This ensures packages are installed in the current kernel environment. Okay, so %pip can be used to install the Python packages in the notebook. So the command is %pip install, and we can give the name of the package that we want to install. Okay, so let's run this command. So now we have installed the package numpy using the command %pip. Next, let's explore the magic command %hist. So %hist is a IPython magic command used to display the command history of the current session. It shows the previously executed commands which were executed in this current notebook session. Okay, so let's see that. So first let's run the command %hist. Okay, so if I run this, it gives the history of the commands that we have run in this particular notebook session. So starting from the colors, xmode, then pip and hist. So all the history of the commands is displayed in the same order. So now let's also run this command where x equal to 10, y equal to 20, and we are printing x plus y. So let's run this. So we get the value output 30. So now if you run the %hist command again, this recent code execution will also be added in this history. So let's run %history now. Okay, so once we run %hist, we can see that at the end, the line of code that we have recently executed is also added. Next, let's explore the magic command %resetSelective. So the magic command %resetSelective removes selected variables from memory. Okay. So %reset resets all the variable in the memory, whereas %resetSelective, it will clear only the selected variables from memory. So let's declare the variable a equal to 10, b equal to 10, 20. Let's run this command. Okay. Now let us run the magic command %resetSelective a. So it says once deleted, variables cannot be recovered. So let's proceed. So press Y and press enter to proceed. Okay, so now we have deleted the variable a. Now if you run the variable a, we get an error. Okay, so this is because the variable a is deleted from the memory. So this is how you can use the magic command %resetSelective to delete a particular variable from memory. Next, let's explore the magic command %aliasMagic. So %aliasMagic is a IPython magic command which creates a shortcut alias for an existing magic command. Okay. So this helps reduce typing for frequently used magic commands. So let's see that in action. So let's take a magic command %timeit. So %timeit is used to measure the average execution time of a code statement. So this is the code statement that we are considering. So some range of 1000. So we will find the average execution time of that particular piece of code. So let's run this code. Okay, so we get the average time required to run the piece of code. Now let's create an alias magic. So the command is %alias magic. We are naming the alias as t for the magic command timeit. So it is %alias magic t timeit. So let's run this command. So now it has created alias t for the magic command timeit. So now we can run the timeit magic command using the alias t. So the same command can be rewritten as %t some range of 1000. So let's rerun this command. Okay. So now this does the same work as the timeit command and it prints the average execution time. Next, let's explore the IPython magic command %macro. So %macro saves previously executed commands into a reusable macro. So this is useful for repeating a sequence of commands. Macros can be executed like variables. So let's see that. So %macro, we are creating a macro. We are giving it as a name, my macro. Okay, for the first command that we have executed in this notebook session. So that's why I'm giving the number 1. Okay, so let's run this. So now this has created a macro, my macro, for the command InteractiveShell.colors. Okay, which is the first command. Okay, so it is this command which we have executed first in this notebook session. Okay, so it has created a macro for the first command. So now to run the first command, we can just give the name of the macro to run it. So the macro name is my macro. Just run my macro. This gives the output of the first command, which is interactive shell colors, which we have set to no color. Okay. Next, let's explore the IPython magic command %whols. So %whols is a magic command which returns a list of variables currently defined. So we already have a magic command %who which lists the variables. Okay. But %whols provides the result as a Python list. So let's see that. So I'm creating two variables x10, y equal to hello. So let's run this. Now let me run the command %who and let me also run the command %whols. Okay. So you can see the difference. Both list the variables that are defined, but one just lists it and other lists is in a list format. So the magic command %whols returns the list of variables in a Python list format. Next, let's explore the magic command %mkdir. So mkdir, which is make directory. So mkdir is a magic command which creates a new directory or folder, similar to the shell command mkdir, useful for creating folders directly from Jupyter Notebook. Okay, so let's run that command. %mkdir my folder. So we are creating a folder or directory here, my folder, with this command. So let's run it. Okay, so we have run the command. You can check here. So now it has created the folder, my folder. Okay. So the command %mkdir is used to create a new directory, and this is how we can do it. Next, let's explore the magic command %rmdir. So %rmdir is a IPython magic command used to remove an empty directory. This stands for remove directory. It deletes the specified folder only if the directory is empty. So let's see that in action. So let's delete the folder that we have created. So %rmdir, my folder, is the command. So let's run it. Okay, so now the command is executed. Now let's go to the folder and check. Okay, let's refresh it. Okay, so now we can see that my folder is removed. Okay, so this is how you can use the magic command %rmdir to remove a directory. I have also prepared a reference guide with the commands that we have explored in this video. You can also refer that. I will be sharing the link to this reference guide in the description. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to my channel.